there, Helgi. Maybe no glasses and something, because it's better if you don't have to have a look, like...
Okay.
Yeah, because you've got glasses all the time, so sometimes no glasses.
I just think I look more intellectual with the glasses.
Yeah, but I think
like
diversity is sometimes good, like me, hair down.
Whoever said diversity is good.
I think it's just... Because sometimes you can't see your eyes.
No, I look better this way.
But then sometimes you can't see your eyes.
I look smarter.
Okay, but make sure that you can see your eyes then. Because don't have your glasses drop, because sometimes your glasses drop and you can't see your eyes. And it's like it looks like this.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then, so you need to always make it so we can see your eyes.
That gives me character.
No, like, because they can't see your face. It looks very strange.
I have character. Like I have
I don't think so. I think people need to see what you look like.
Okay, I'll start out this way.
That's what they
and
care
then
about.
when we start talking about the book, I'll pretend to be intellectual. Okay.
So.
It's time for our first book review.
Really? What are we reviewing?
You're not supposed to ask me. You're the...
I know, Helgi.
You're the host.
I know. So, guys, we're reviewing this book today, which is Goldielocks and the Three Bears.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start the introduction. It's a story about a young girl, probably privileged.
Very
young white girl goes walking in the woods.
I don't know if it's about colour.
She's pretty white.
She is pretty white.
Pretty
okay.
white, and it's
I take it back. She's pretty
in
white.
the title, it's called Goldielocks, which means she has locks of. You couldn't cast like.
Okay, I take it back. She's white.
You can cast Halle Berry.
She's white.
In the
It's
role.
just I'm a girl, you know, living in London. London a diversity. We don't see colour, obviously, but Goldielocks is obviously a white girl. Okay,
yeah.
She's white.
Okay,
we got that.
Well, let's not go into the race issue straight away.
Okay.
But I think it's a class issue, because the bears are obviously a little bit poor. They live out in the countryside. They can't afford to be urban. They can't afford to be in the city, because rents are high. And they scrape together all their money. They built this cabin in the woods where they live in harmony. And they're trying to live off porridge. They can't even afford like a steak or whatever it is that like lobster. They would never afford lobster. So they make their porridge. They go out for a walk, and they wait for their porridge to get cold. They do this. This bear family. There's a papa bear, mama bear, and a baby bear. And this spoiled white girl comes prancing around. She walks out of her house and she's like, "Oh, here's a house," and she knocks on the door and she's like, "Is anybody home?" She doesn't wait for long. She just walks in, she eats the porridge, she complains about it. She steals the porridge, she eats it, she complains about it being too hot and too cold. She eats it, she ends up eating like a whole bowl.
That's what you do when you're hungry and you don't really think of others.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, you're not thinking about others. She lies in her bed, she complains about that too. She breaks her chair. She said, "See, it's too small. The chair's too small for you. It's obvious. Look at this. Look at this chair. It's too small for you. It's gonna break."
Oh
like,
dear.
Of course. But you don't need a lawyer to know this is like breaking and entering.
No. I like the fact that she falls asleep in the bed though. That's something I would so do.
Yeah, she falls asleep, wow, like she doesn't even have the decency of worrying. And they come like, "Oh, somebody stole her shit, they broke her chair, they ate her porridge," and then slept in her bed. They're still sleeping in her bed. They come in, and they're like standing over her like scary bears. She opens one eye and she's like, "Oh fuck.
Damn it.
They got me." She runs out, and then she leapt out of bed, ran out of the house, and never went back. And what's more, after that, Goldielocks never had porridge for breakfast. That's the fable.
So the moral of the story is what?
It's if you fuck shit up, you're not able to eat something you never ate. She's eating lobster for breakfast. Does she care that she's not eating porridge? Come on. It's very... I think it's very racist. Like, obviously, the bears are
brown bears.
Yeah, they're brown bears.
Yeah,
They're
brown bears.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not.
They're brown bears, and
It's not polar bears.
they're not
That
polar
would be a
bears.
different story. Polar bear would have ate that white girl.
He would have
That would
ripped.
be a good
He
ending.
would have ripped her up to pieces.
So I don't
Yeah.
like it. I don't like this book.
Okay, you don't like that book.
I don't like it. I think it's. I don't know. If it was a satire.
I just love the fact that little
Still like
Goldielocks
Lena.
is hiding in the corner here. Love it. I just love that she's on the
Yeah,
front page.
yeah.
She's just hiding in the corner. Peekaboo, I see you. I'm waiting for you to leave, and then I'm gonna take everything.
I would just rewrite it. Like she
Where has
leaves.
that happened before?
They come. She's in bed, all comfy. They're like, they eat her. That's the ending. That's.
So
that
you'd
shows
never
you how
read,
life
you'd
is.
never read this story to any kids then, huh? Or would you
Well, I have,
change it?
of course. Like I work at a preschool.
Well, you
so-
don't like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The movie I have to say that I get very confused about, and I believe is possibly as racist as your Goldilocks and the Three Bear, is King Kong. Because I don't understand why.
King Kong.
Yeah.
Is that racist?
Well, I think so, because I don't
Why?
understand why King Kong has a fascination about one Goldilocks, more or less, because it's always a white, beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong, white ladies are pretty, but blonde. Why is it King Kong never touches the blonde? Well, sorry, the white lady who might have brown hair or dark hair, or a Chinese woman with black hair, or why isn't it a black person? Why does it always have to be exactly? Why does it have to be a pure white-looking female?
Why couldn't she be Latina?
Exactly. I don't understand King Kong.
Yeah.
That to me is very, very strange.
I think it's true. I think you have to think about when it's made, that it's like, and they're doing like what people are most afraid of. It's like Kanye West says, like you see a black man on the top floor with a white woman, people are gonna come and get King Kong. Something like that.
Okay.
I'm paraphrasing.
I know you're paraphrasing, but my point is, I believe that King Kong, they could have put any kind of woman there with any kind of hair features, and King Kong would still have gone infatuated and fallen for this woman and wanted to save her. I just find it irritating that it is always the same single white female, blonde as well.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very strange. And they could have just changed the film. It would have been a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
It could have been a bit more interesting.
Yeah. Perhaps.
But yeah, that's a version of the movie that I don't like, and a book that Helgi doesn't like. So.
Well, I'm not saying I don't like it. Like, it's an interesting book.
Yeah,
like it has
it's
a lot of
very interesting, but
kids like it.
Goldilocks
like this
is
book.
actually a very good book to read to the young kids, because everyone loves a bear, a teddy bear, and no one wants a teddy bear to go,
Yeah, but when you read it to kids, kids are like, why is she sleeping in the bed? Why is she eating the food? That's not right.
Yeah, it's a double negative, isn't
So
it? Because at the same time you are trying to read a positive book, but then at the same time you're saying this girl's getting away with everything.
Yeah.
So,
but a lot of fables are like that. Like when the squirrels were saving up for winter.
Yeah.
And the grasshopper, like Jiminy Cricket, he was just playing the violin.
Yeah.
The world loves me a living, diddle 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 diddle. And then, like when winter came and he didn't have any peanuts because he wasn't saving, he was just playing music. They just gave him food.
Yeah.
Like they invited him in. But I think he had to play. He had to provide entertainment.
That's
so,
true.
so like if you have a skill, you can get away with being lazy. I think that's the fable.
And what did Goldilocks have? The art of eating and touching everything, and running away very quickly.
Here is it. They say, see a black man with a white moon at the top floor. They're gonna come and kill King Kong.
You could have just read that, Helgi.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better.
They see a black man with a white woman at the top floor. They're gonna come to kill King Kong.
Yeah, exactly. King Kong racist.
That's what
even Kanye West is saying that.
What do you mean even Kanye? It's gonna slate him.
Well, that's the moral.
Yeah. Yeezus.
Jesus what?
Yeezus for life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that was our review of Goldielocks.
Ciao ciao for now.